everyone, my name is Dakila Tall and I will be going over problem 5 from the expert TA. The problem starts off with a swimmer bounces almost straight up from a diving board and falls vertically feet first into a pool. She starts with a speed of 3.2 meters per second and her takeoff point is 1.75 meters above the pool surface. With reading this question, there should be an equation that goes along that should be used with it. So the equation is S equals UT plus 1/2 AT squared. So here is usually where I mark off the values that I need for this equation. So for my G, it'd be negative 9.8 meters per square, and my S would be 1.75 meters, and my U would be 3.2 meters per second. So basically, the S is displacement, U is initial velocity. These are the interval times, and A is acceleration, of course. So with the first part, part A, for how long are her feet in the air in seconds, I plugged in my values for the equation, and basically I did 1.75 meters equals 3.2 meters per second times T plus 1/2 times negative 9.8 meters per second squared times T to the second power. While plugging this into my calculator, I got T equals 1 second. So going down to the bottom for part B, it states what is the height above the board in meters of her highest point. So with this, the equation would change to the final velocity. So it would be S equals B squared minus U squared, all divided by 2A. So I, on the side, put my values to the equation and plugged it in. So I have S equals 0 meters per second squared minus 3.2 meters per second squared, all divided by -2 times 9.8 meters per second squared. While inputting this in the calculator, I got 0.52 meters as her highest point from the board. And for part C, it states what is her velocity in meters per second when her feet hit the water. Assume the vertical component of the velocity is positive. So starting off, the equation would be V2 equals U2 plus 2AS. But this equation would need to be rearranged in order to get this answer. So you do V equals plus or minus the square root U2 plus 2AS. So inputting the values in this equation, I did V equals plus or minus the square root of 3.2 meters per second squared plus 2 times negative 9.8 meters per second squared times negative 1.75 meters. And while inputting this in the calculator, I received a value of negative 6.6 meters per squared.